Welcome everybody back for some more Timberborn on the channel. We're playing on the island map today, and we've got a bit of a food shortage, and as you can see, everyone is hungry. We've got 163 beavers who are adults and 11 beavers who are kids. I've done a lot of stuff off camera, including this pipe, power shaft that goes all the way around the back here and connects to this windmill, so all the power for these, and indeed these are all connected together. I've also towered up the side here with some lodges so that the power actually transfers up through said buildings and in. Now the thing I haven't quite yet attached is this one here, so all I need to do left is go ahead and add the path that comes out of here and into there, and then which will solve a lot of our problems that we have at the minute. As you can see, we have hardly any food and hardly any logs. Food is definitely a bigger problem than the shortage of wood. Now, I'm not too sure what is going on with all of this stuff. I think we've had a big issue with wheat and that kind of thing going on. Recently, we had like tons and tons and tons of wheat and flour and all that stuff. I'm actually going to get these guys to kind of prioritize the wheat collection. I'm not sure where the wheat is stored. I think it might be stored somewhere relatively far away. That's dandelions. That answers the question. These guys are here are collecting dandelions, and then this is obviously making it into medicine slowly but surely. Now, I've also added up here another little forest up here so we can get loads of wood. Sort of done with the water dumps. To update you on the progress over here, both of these mines, the dirt extractors, have basically gotten to the bottom of the world, bottom of the map, so they will not be getting any more material. So we do indeed need to move these at some point. I think we're going to put them over here so we can still connect them up with the power and everything. So like I said, I've added it so that you can so the power from down here and the island power from the industrial area over here connects up with the industrial area over here, which is obviously just like 3 smelters going on, connects all the way up and all the way up to here. Now, they can't actually reach this building here, which is the issue that we're having at the moment, purely based on the fact that that shaft's in. So now they could reach it, which kind of makes no sense because they should be able to reach just in that little corner, but they obviously can't for some reason. The other thing that's also been going on is I have been building up a little canal like we had in a previous season, so that the canal will link up and these will both fill up. Once again, to answer a bunch of questions, there are water sources on this side and this side, so when I edited the map, these would both fill up from the outside of the map in, so we could have both craters filled with water, so we could have a bunch of water stored so that we wouldn't run out of water. Basically, it just made it a lot easier to access a bunch of stuff. They are almost complete with this dam as well. We have just come out of a drought, so that's why that it's not really filling up very quickly or isn't very full at the moment. And like I said, they are building this up, but it is going to take a little while because they have, I believe, not run out of dirt because they got 1.9k dirt, but hopefully they can get all this stuff built up really quickly and we can get all the power connected so that we can start making food and stuff. So when the wind is certainly down as it is now, so because the demand is higher than the boost, but when the wind picks back up again, it goes way over and the demand is only less, which would indeed fill up our gravity batteries, which is also complete. The gravity battery tower is completed, and I love building these in this game. It's so cool to look at, and that beaver down there, I can just see him building the rest of this lodge here. I love building the big gravity battery towers like this, because you store like so much power in each one of these, and it will run literally all of this with ease. I think they are going up, indeed. Yes, they are. So when the wind is blowing, the power goes up and down. It goes up more than it does go down. So these do actually stay up most of the time. I have stuck to the guns of sort of every single thing up here is powered by the bots, except the mine. Now, I kept running out of bots. I can actually change them back now. But I did actually run out of bots at one point because they kept breaking down. I think it was like a set of the first bots I ever made. So they sort of got a little bit lower down and stuff. But this one here is powered by the beavers just purely because it's technically on the island area, which is cool. I'm still really excited for this map, and I'm so happy that I made it. And the beavers are happier than ever, and we can start looking at some more of these monuments and stuff, and wind gauges and all that stuff, and looking at getting the big monument of joy, which is absolutely massive, by the way, which I'm going to plan on putting probably here, but the issue is it does need power. So we will need to somehow get power to that location, somehow, some way. We do actually have windmills back here, which power this and this. Oh no, do they power that? Oh no, maybe these were for. Maybe I did actually do that for that, but that's not gonna fit there in the slightest. Also, I think it needs like. What does it? I don't think it needs power. I just put it there. I don't think it needs power. And that will make every beaver so happy. Foundation of Joy. If I click on a beaver, if they get that particular thing, that's 8 plus 8. I think they need more carousels and stuff. But other than that, everything's going well. And the building here is now completed, so that is another tower going up here. And the last thing we need to connect is that in there like that. So also, I'm going to talk about a bit more about this forest over here. We've got, obviously, we need to change a bunch of these jobs so they are timber bots. But for most of the majority of them, they are timber bots. And this was sort of like a big deal for us to sort of help us get some more logs. I sort of panicked in between episodes just because we didn't have the amount of logs that we required. And these guys obviously don't have anywhere to store the logs except this little storage pile down here. So that's where they take them and store them. So I do indeed need to put in potentially an underground storage for them, which I actually might put right there. And that does actually connect to the path, I think. Yes, and I'm going to make that so that is the logs, please. And I'm going to prioritize it high. And I think that's potentially the only thing that's high prioritized. But you know me, I have no idea what's high prioritized and what's not, including this needs to probably be high prioritized. But I believe this will start filling up with water now, and then we'll have 2 mega reservoirs, I should say, in place and working and preparing to go. I think I'm like so interested by this. Like, this whole bridge idea was sort of like a crazy idea to sort of like separate the islands away from the outer bits and to get straight up there without having to climb in a big staircase. So I did that on the island. I think these bridges turned out really well, especially considering I've never really used the bridges before, but I really do actually like how they look, and I think they look really cool in this sort of style, and I think I've really planned this out. I really want to start doing some challenges with Timberborn, the game itself, so if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down below on what kind of challenges you'd like to see me do. I'm going to Google some as well, but hopefully we can find some, which will be interesting. So I really want to get this power set up, because as soon as because obviously this is sort of, oh no. Oh, I've just realised something. This is a 4-way. I've just realised that that's never going to work. It's a good job I noticed this. So I have to come out of there and then shaft in. Because of how I built the bridges, the actual bridge was never going to be, the bridge sort of got in the way of being able to put another one there, and that was connected. So as soon as these get built, which they should get built pretty quickly, because this one already up here is potentially getting something coming to it. Hopefully, anyway. Almost got metal blocks in it, scrap metal. We should see a beaver. I think it's actually a timberbot that will come down here and deliver us the material. I think that might be him there. Where's that him? He's carrying water. There he is. No. Anyway, someone will come down here and fix that up pretty quickly. He'll come probably from... Well, maybe it's in. No. I'm so confused. I'm trying to, like, find the beaver. There he is. I knew he was coming. So that obviously then connects up this. So the only thing that is now needed is down here. Is all three of those. Now, they should get built really quickly. I mean, we should have the material for it. If, in fact, this guy might actually be going over there now, as he is. He has obviously got 3 on him. Here's another one come in. You'll have 1. And I think he just ran out of power. So yeah, these are all ready to build. And then this whole connection will be made. So it's not actually doing anything because it won't be powering anything, so it doesn't need to move. Whereas these ones are coming straight out of here into here, so these will move. And they are actually going up. Now, as soon as they do connect, it will go either... I'm sort of confused to how it will work because the demand is a lot lower. Hey, what? That demand is supplies 3,000 and then it's 2,000 demand. Oh, that one's not even. What on earth is going on here? Why is it not all connected? That's connected to the main system. This one's not. And that one's not. Okay. So that means we've been lacking power for no reason? That's interesting. We definitely need to... These ones connected. They won't actually be able to reach these ones. Or they can. Not really sure how they can get there, but apparently they can. Yes, now this is connected. The demand is... No, the supply is 558 and the demand is 0. But I think... I'm not too sure why that is. I think that's just purely because it's connected. I think it's just coming from here, from a couple of the windmills, so it's not completely correct. Again, I'm not really sure how they're gonna... Oh no, they can build them because they just go under. Nice. And then they'll get that one built in last, hopefully. I'll up the priority just a little bit, just so that they can actually, they know that they need to build it quicker than other stuff. But I think the wood situation has sorted itself out, especially with the addition of this. The massive, great big canals going in, and that's going to take a very long time to actually build up and put into place. But yeah, I think that that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for the future. Yeah, everything else seems to be going really well. The the supply and demand is going really well. Obviously, that's connected by that. I'm trying to work out what is not connected anymore. I think it's just this one here, and then it should just all ping together and all becomes one network. And I really like this about Timberborn. I really like that you can create one huge giant power network, but this also means that although we have the windmills and that's how we're getting the power to all of the buildings, I think as soon as we get all this power connected, we will not need to really worry about the windmills running out of wind, because we'll just use the gravity batteries, which then just keep going up like this, producing power, enough power to do it. We are also really low on food again, so I think what I'm going to do is... there's still a bunch of wheat down here, which is just confusing me because we obviously got the bots and stuff in these going along, and this is now connected, I believe. I think it's going to be connected very soon. It's like 87% done. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure why they get like halfway through doing the job and then they just stop. It kind of makes zero sense to me, but someone should come along and do this. So now everything is completely and utterly connected. So all of the power is all connected all the way around. The supply is good, the demand is good, and all these are up to the top. So as soon as the wind stops blowing, they will drain, but they will not stop powering everything. And yes, I've got a bunch of pause things, but there is no like completely vertical power shafts. I think there should be, because all we got is these. We've got these high power shafts, but I feel like they should add a vertical way of bringing up power instead of having to put it through buildings, because it does look kind of strange once you do that. These are actually doing really well, but the demand and the supply are kind of crazy, but it does all connect up, and these will basically never ever stop working. We are really struggling for food now though, to the point where I think I'm gonna have to start worrying about it quite a lot. I don't think any of the beavers have died of starvation, which is good, because the food is still coming in and out of the coming in and out slowly but surely. We do actually have a bunch of wheat here, so what I think I might do is just change this to wheat flour, so then they're both making wheat flour. Instead of making the crackers, we're going to make bread, which obviously is a better food source in the thing. So we should have both of these timber bots working on making flour to go into both of these, also powered by the bots, which will bring up our bread production. A little bit of a tongue twister there. And that should increase our food by quite a lot. Now, the other issue that we got is we have 91 unemployed beavers, because towards the beginning of the series I went a little bit mental and I just went crazy with it, and yeah, I think I kind of went a little bit overboard with the beavers. Also, how come some of these are... One of them was like 40. Yeah, look. Maybe it's slightly higher up than the other ones. I'm kind of waiting for the wind to like die down and stop so I can show you that the wind is working. Let's also look at putting a little connection in. So we'll demolish this. We will come over here, down there, and along here, and we'll place in another 2 of those dirt extractors, which I think are in here. Yes, one there and one there, and then we can bring a path sort of like this. Come out there, that'll come out here, And this will come to here, and then we can do a four-way which connects all of them. We will need to build up a section there because I have accidentally put it over the edge of a cliff, and we also need to go up like that because I also messed up that as well. Yay, every time I do something I always mess it up. We also need to be able to get up to here just because then they can actually build all of this. I'm going to put that at a lower priority than all the rest of the stuff, and put these ones in the middle at a higher priority than the rest of it, just so that all gets nicely built. I just realized that they could just like get around, so they didn't even need that. That's not too good. And they'll obviously build that up off camera. The issue we have now is we still got loads of wheat, and they are still producing the flour. And the bread is still going up. The food's still good. I don't think anyone is particularly What I might start doing is just pausing like all of these. I think I might. Because they're making the babies through living in the houses, basically. Building needs water. Ooh. Ah. That's interesting, you know. So that does actually explain a lot, though. So I need to put that either in water or... I don't really want to do that. How big is it? So it's... I want to do the water dump, but I want it to go there. So what I think I need to do is sort of levy up. No, that's not going to work. I think I'm going to put it here. We're going to put it sort of where all the beavers and stuff will go, because I kind of feel like they'll go... If I put it there, right, that gets that staircase, and then it gets this staircase. So if their beavers are going off the island, and they're all going to walk down here, because what I might also do is just... Because if I do that, then the beavers have to go that way, out of the houses. You know? So that it will get all built up, constructed. Now, I will also do it so that we can actually get there easily. It should get built up pretty quickly. It's like within 20 tiles, so it will get the bridge. It will get like where they exit out of here, so all the beavers will get done by it. So that's good. So what I'll do is I'll wait until that gets built, and I'll be back when it's done. And after a very, very, very long time later, we have the Fountain of Joy. That's working lovely. The beavers are happier than ever. I've connected the power up completely now to here. There is a supply of 5,441 to a demand of 4,910. These gravity batteries are literally going all the way to the top, but as soon as the wind stops, which I will not wait for because it takes forever for it to actually do it, and as soon as you want it to do it, it decides it's not going to do it at all. But these gravity batteries work lovely. You can see that if I press on this one here, the supply is 5,453. If I click down here, the supply is the exact same. And if I click all the way over here, the supply is the exact same. It's connected all the way through to all the way around. I might actually take this down to 0 just so it will fill back up. It's supposed to be able to be hidden under the water, but yes, like 11,000 now, which is mental because these are now up and running, which means that these go all the way to the top and they will fall when the wind is now not working. So these are, some of these are actually, like this one here is actually towards the bottom of the world. I think they actually ran out of storage, which was more to the problem than not. I've also started building over to here so we can have sort of like a farm area, but like bot powered. For that, we're going to need a lot more stuff to be constructed. We have the power for it. We definitely have the power for it, and our beavers are getting happier than ever, which is really, really, really good. Now, the thing that we need next is actually dynamite. We need to sort of go into making dynamite and producing dynamite. We need to also get around to the back of here, which means, does actually mean demolishing a row of that to build a platform in. Now, the other thing thinking about platforms is I got a comment in a previous episode to do this. So instead of having, I could just do this and put in a power shaft on top of this, like so. And then obviously high prioritize those, so they'll get built up pretty quick. But I was told that potentially this would solve a problem, because obviously they are technically connected now. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Unless I've obviously put that in the wrong. I'll delete these, by the way. Because he was saying to do this, or they were saying to do this, I don't know. I'm not sure it connects like that. No, because the power shaft connection's blocked. I think it's the only way to do it is to do it like on ground level. I think you can do it over the top. So you could have a building here and then it connects up through. I don't think it works how the commenter said, which is unfortunate because it would save me doing this at the end. But for now, that's basically how it's going to have to work and operate. So now that the wind is now stopped, the gravity batteries should be losing power, but all of the buildings over here should be working all at max efficiency, and the supply and demand is less because it's not coming in from the windmills, but it is coming through this power shaft to in, if that makes sense. So the supply and demand and stuff is still up, and all of these buildings are up and running at 100% efficiency. Oh. There's a lot of buildings that don't have any workers. That's not good. I think the bot production went down quite a lot. Yes, I'm putting beavers over here, but I think we need to go through and do a lot of this, moving stuff around. But unfortunately, that is all I have time for in today's episode. We've progressed a lot, and I think I'm coming towards the end of the series. So if you guys have any other ideas of what you'd like me to do in Timberborn, whether it's in this particular series or in a next series, then please let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time.